What's up, everybody? Got another guitar lesson here for you. We're going to keep with this theme of the minor pentatonic, and then we're going to apply, or we're just going to add a couple notes to give us a more mature sound, maybe a little more emotional sound in a certain kind of way. And I've done this with the Dorian scale and the Phrygian scale. And so now we, might as well do it with the natural minor scale. It's also referred to as Aeolian in the mode, but we just kind of consider this the minor scale. So you may be wondering, you learn the minor pentatonic scale. What's the difference between the minor pentatonic scale and the minor scale, or the natural minor scale? And the answer is there's just two additional notes, just like I was saying in the prior lessons with Dorian and Phrygian. And if you've studied those lessons, if you've put some work in on that, you technically will already know this scale, because we're just borrowing two notes from each scale. So for example, we're going to include the 2, which is something you've already known for the Dorian, that you've already learned, which is a whole step above the 1. So, how do you find the 2? First of all, play your minor pentatonic scale. Make sure you get that under your fingers. You got that going, that's cooking. Now, the 2 is just, again, it's just one whole step above the 1, the first note of the scale. Or you could think of it as a half step below the flat 3. So we got 1, 2. So this instead of the scale being this, now we add a note. Yeah. So 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. Now the next octave is going to be, gotta grab that 2 over here. And if you want to add that 2 on top, right before that flat 3, in between the flat 3 and the 1, whole step above the 1. Okay? So that's where the 2 lives. And now we're going to borrow from the Phrygian scale the flat 6. So the only difference between Dorian and the natural minor scale, or Aeolian, whatever you want to call it, is the 6. Dorian has a raised 6, or a major 6, and Aeolian, the minor scale, just has a flat 6. So where's our flat 6? Half step above the 5. 1, flat 3, 4, 5. That's your flat 6, right above the 5. It really likes to resolve on that 5. So if we're going to practice that, again, just practice that, add that to your pentatonic scale. Because we all know the pentatonic scale, and I'm just going to keep reinforcing this idea that we want the easiest way. I don't know if it's the easiest way, but it seems like the most productive and efficient way to learn music theory, to learn this stuff, is a comprehensive approach. So add to what you already know. Don't start over and learn a whole new scale, even though it is a whole new scale. See what you have in common. This is why scale degrees are so important. If I know my scale degrees, I know this is the 1, the flat 3, the 4, the 5, flat 7, 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1, flat 3, and someone tells me to play something that's a little more into the natural minor, my mind says, oh, add a flat 6. So all I'm doing is playing my pentatonic scale, but I'm adding, I know where the flat 6 is because I know where my 5 is. So let's just review here what we've just done here. We've just added the 2 and the flat 6. Now if we put it all together, you can see why this might be confusing. If you just played this shape here and started like this without really understanding what's going on, this appears to be a whole new scale pattern, and it technically is. But if you really understand it in a comprehensive way, you don't have to rack your brain about learning this whole new scale shape. Just play that minor pentatonic. There's the 2, or excuse me, there's the 5, there's the flat 6, that's the 2. So, again, take what you know and just add to what you know. This is comprehensive. Music theory is very similar to math in a way that it's just so comprehensive. If you don't know your scale degrees and you don't understand the pentatonic scale or the major scale, do some studying, research that stuff. Because the more you know that, the easier it is to layer on top of it. It's kind of like a lot of students, it's almost like they're trying to learn algebra and they don't know how to multiply or divide. It's like you gotta, that's gonna be tricky. What happens is people just start memorizing patterns and they don't really understand what's going on. Every adult guitar student that I teach does that. They're like, I know my scales, but they play them in the same way. They're not really understanding how they all connect. This approach is really beneficial for you as a musician, for you as an improviser, for a writer, even if you just like to learn other people's music, just the appreciation of the music, understanding these harmonies. It's going to help your ear a lot as well. You hear that? It's a dark sound. That's the flat 6. So take your time on this stuff. Have some fun with it. And I hope this helps. And I'm going to go over more stuff like this. The major scales. There's major modes. Spoiler alert. Same things going on with the major scales. Major pentatonic. Add 2 notes. You're going to get Mixolydian, Lydian, and the major scale. Ionian. So anyway, I'm going to keep posting these videos. Really love the comments and appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And if you want any clarification on anything that I've gone over, or if you want me to make a video on something in particular, I would love to do that for you. And just leave it in the comments. Peace out.